5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ribeye screen.
Hi, it's about 975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on Xbox One. And sometimes when you get involved in PvP, you die. In this case, I had a bit of a malfunction. I picked someone to jump to, and as I went to jump, Ghost jumped out just before me, and the navlock messed up and made my jump a different location that I didn't have the jump range to go to, which meant I couldn't get out. And I died. C'est la vie. The final clip is definitely one where I shouldn't have got out, so it all balances out in the end. The Elite Dangerous gods smile upon you sometimes and you get out even when your thrusters are failing. But sometimes you don't, and that's not a bad thing. There has to be risk to be fun with the game. Taking a rebuy is no big issue, and there has to be sometimes you die, sometimes you don't kind of fun. I had some fun fights. IED decided to come down to where we were PPI attacking and disrupt things. They basically turned the entire system into carnage, which is exactly what we threatened would happen. So they actually aided us really in making the whole system chaotic and crazy. We invited some Kumo Crew down there to really amp up the crazy, because there's nothing like Kumo Crew Cobras to really sort of let you know it's a party. And we had some really awesome fighting backwards and forwards. We were vastly outnumbered by IED, but we were having good fun. And while we were keeping IED busy, the rest of the Dark Marauders were carrying on with our PPI attack, which I will be doing a separate video about. And during my fighting with IED, I took some time off to actually attack some of the people that live in that system that were PPI attacking. So yeah, that worked out quite well. It was quite a fun incident where I jumped away from 2 IED to the next system, came across one of the guys that fly for the faction where PPI attacking, interdicted him and killed him. I would have never run into him if it wasn't for IED attacking me. Kind of an irony there that I quite enjoyed. But yeah, fun fights. Kraken Moors had a lovely tough Faz, which I spent most of the night banging heads with in my Ramba. I was definitely winning the ram battle, but I was also being focused at one point by 2 Corvettes for the longest time. And then I managed to drag Kraken Moors away from the 2 Corvettes for a little bit, but the Corvettes kept going after me. I still am a magnet for fire. So I was focused quite heavily in a lot of the engagements, which doesn't bother me because that's kind of what my ships are designed to do, is take the attention, take the focus, last out. I can normally get away. Sometimes I don't, and that's fine. But most of the time I jump out, I time it pretty close to the wire. I like to leave it as late as possible, and sometimes I leave it a little too late. But other times I get it perfect. And it is always fun when you just about make it out. Kraken Moors had an amazing escape on 1%, I believe, earlier in the evening, so he definitely knows a thing or two about great escapes, and he gets out of this one pretty weak as well. So fair play to him. He made some good escapes. I made some good escapes. There was some good fighting. I got a few 2 kills in the evening. I had 2 kills and 1v1, so not a bad night of PvP, to be honest. As the PPI attack, I think this little war breaking out in the system we're threatening to cause chaos in is a nice bit of chaos. Yeah, and bringing Kumo Crew in was just the best thing, because Kumo Crew is such fun to wing with, such fun to fight with. They are absolutely crazy, their builds are insane. They're in there in Cobras taking down Corvette shields, and then the people kill their Cobra and declare victory, and it's like, well, the repair on your shields costs way more than his rebuy. So, who's won there? It is kind of funny when you're messing around with Cobras. You can all die and kill one ship and you still win on the rebuy front, so it's all good. I had a whale of a time ramming things in my Ramba. I got kind of locked off 1v1 with Kronos for a decent amount of time. I say 1v1, there was an NPC that wouldn't leave him alone, which I don't think swayed it too heavily in my favour, but definitely helped me out. Yeah. So that was a fun part of the evening's engagements. There was another time that I crashed into a Corvette at full speed just because I could. You know, the opening clip where I died, I actually jumped back in on 50% shields after I reboot and repaired to try and distract so Ghost could get out, but it didn't work out for me, but Ghost did get out, so I certainly distracted, so that was good in a way. You know, and this one, you know, I make it out, Kraken Walls makes it out, but it was a good fight and we locked heads for a decent amount of time and I took focus for a while. As to me and Cronus, as you can see, we kind of got locked in this 1v1 for a while, separate from the main fighting. And I always like that. I like a good organic 1v1, but unfortunately an NPC would not leave him alone. I don't think it did him a particularly large amount of damage, but it was definitely a nuisance for him all throughout the fighting and having to deal with me. And Senior Mago managed to get a kill in his Cobra, which was always awesome. You know, I'm always happy when Kumo Crew do their thing with their Cobras, knock your shields off the mines and then ram you to death. And I did get the kill on Cronus, so all in all I think it was a fair result on the night. I probably deserved at least one rebuy, and I took one rebuy because I didn't make it out earlier when I should have done, but I made it out the time that I've got coming for you where I probably shouldn't have done. And that's all. Thanks for watching.
Okay.
Yeah, my guy.